Your school never taught you the most dangerous lie about money. We're told from birth, study hard, get good grades, find a safe job. But this creates what's called the rat race. Wake up, go to work, pay bills. Wake up, go to work, pay bills. Forever trapped by two emotions, fear and greed. Fear of not having money pushes you to work. Greed for what money can buy makes you spend it all. Then you need more money, so you work harder. The cycle never ends. Even people making six figures struggle with money because they never learned how money actually works. Here's the secret the rich know. Poor and middle class work for money. The rich make money work for them. When you work for money, you're selling your time. There's only 24 hours in a day. You'll always hit a ceiling. But when money works for you, it never sleeps. It works 24/7 even when you're not there. The education system teaches you to be an employee. It doesn't teach financial intelligence. That's why doctors, lawyers, and engineers often struggle financially. High income doesn't equal wealth. The real trap is letting emotions control your financial decisions. Most people react with fear instead of thinking logically. They take jobs they hate because they're scared. They buy things they can't afford because of greed. But what if you could choose your thoughts instead? What if you stopped reacting and started thinking? The first step is recognizing these emotions in yourself. Are you working because you love it or because you're afraid? Are you buying things for joy or to fill a void? Once you see the pattern, you can break free. Start looking for opportunities instead of paychecks. Ask yourself, how can money work for me? Instead of, how can I work harder for money? This mindset shift changes everything. The opportunities are everywhere once you start looking. But first, you have to escape the rat race in your mind. Here's the brutal truth they don't teach you in school about money. Most people think making more money will solve their problems. But here's what actually happens. They just spend more. Lottery winners go broke. Athletes earning millions end up homeless. Why? Because it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. The real problem is financial illiteracy. We're building financial skyscrapers on concrete slabs meant for tiny houses. Schools teach us to work for money, but never how to make money work for us. So here's the one rule that changes everything. You must know the difference between assets and liabilities. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. That's it. Sounds simple, right? But here's where most people mess up. They think their house is an asset. Wrong. Your house takes money out through mortgage, taxes, and maintenance. The poor buy expenses. The middle class buy liabilities thinking they're assets. But the rich? They buy actual assets. Look at the cash flow patterns. Poor people. Money comes in as income, goes right back out as expenses. Middle class. Money comes in, but gets eaten up by their house, cars, and debt. Rich people. Money flows into their assets, which create more income. This is why the rich get richer while everyone else stays trapped in the rat race. Most families work their entire lives just to pay the government, the bank, and their expenses. They work harder, get raises, move to bigger houses, and wonder why they're still struggling, because they're focused on the wrong things. Instead of chasing bigger paychecks, focus on building your asset column. Start small, but start buying things that generate income. Wealth isn't your net worth. It's how long you can survive without working. When your assets generate enough income to cover all your expenses, congratulations, you're wealthy. The formula is simple. Buy assets, minimize liabilities, and let your money work for you. Remember, intelligence solves problems and produces money. Money without financial intelligence disappears fast. Stop building on weak foundations. Start with financial literacy, then build your empire. Your future self will thank you. Stop working for money and make money work for you instead. The rich have been playing a completely different game than everyone else for centuries. While you're focused on your paycheck, they're building their asset columns. Here's the brutal truth. Taxes were originally created to punish the rich. But guess what happened? The rich found loopholes and now the middle class pays the most. The secret? Corporations. McDonald's isn't in the hamburger business. They're in real estate. Ray Kroc understood that owning the land under each franchise was the real goldmine. This is lesson number one. Mind your own business. Your profession is what you do for work, but your business is your asset column. Most people confuse the two and spend their entire lives making someone else rich. Real assets include businesses that run without you, stocks, bonds, real estate, and royalties. Not your car, not your golf clubs, not your fancy watch. These are liabilities disguised as assets. The rich buy luxuries last, after their assets generate enough income to pay for them. Poor and middle class buy luxuries first, trapping themselves in debt. Now here's where it gets interesting, the tax game. Employees earn money, pay taxes, then spend what's left. Corporations earn money, spend on expenses, then pay taxes on what's left. This is why the rich use corporations to protect their wealth. Your vacation becomes a business meeting in Hawaii. Your car becomes a company expense, all paid with pre-tax dollars. Financial intelligence has four pillars: accounting, the ability to read financial statements; investing, making money work for you; understanding markets, supply and demand; and the law, using legal structures to your advantage. The government rewards business owners and investors with tax breaks for creating jobs and housing. Meanwhile, employees get punished the harder they work through higher tax brackets. This isn't about being greedy. It's about being smart. The rich don't work harder, they work within a system that rewards asset building. Stop being a cow ready for milking. Start building your asset column today. Because financial education is the only way to escape the rat race. The choice is yours. Own the ladder or spend your life climbing someone else's. Your mind is your most powerful money-making asset, but only if you train it properly. Most people think getting rich requires perfect grades or technical genius. But here's the truth. It's not the smartest who get ahead, it's the boldest. Fear and self-doubt kill more financial dreams than lack of knowledge ever will. While everyone else plays it safe, the rich are busy inventing money from thin air. They understand that money isn't real, it's just an agreement between people. When markets crash, most people panic and save harder. But the financially intelligent see opportunity everywhere others see disaster. They're not gambling. They're using knowledge to stack the odds in their favor. There are two types of investors in this world. Type 1 buys packaged investments from brokers and financial planners. Type 2 creates their own deals by putting pieces together like a puzzle. The real wealth is made by those who can spot opportunities others miss. They raise money without banks and organize people smarter than themselves. Your financial intelligence has four pillars: accounting, investing, markets, and law. Master these and you'll see opportunities flying past you every single day. The world is changing faster than ever. Information travels at light speed. Those clinging to old ideas about work and saving will be left behind. Meanwhile, millions are being made from nothing but ideas and agreements. Land was wealth 300 years ago, factories 100 years ago. Today, information is wealth. And it can't be contained by borders. Every market crash creates more millionaires than any boom ever could, but only for those trained to see recession as opportunity, not disaster. Your greatest risk isn't losing money, it's what you don't know. Stop waiting for the perfect moment or the right opportunity card. Start developing your financial IQ now because luck isn't random. Luck is created by those who train their minds to spot what others miss. The choice is yours. Spend your life working for money or train money to work for you. Remember, it's not about being the smartest person in the room. It's about being brave enough to act when others are paralyzed by fear. Your biggest enemy to wealth isn't the economy, it's what's happening inside your head. There are 5 mental roadblocks that keep financially literate people poor. First, fear of losing money. Here's the brutal truth. Every rich person has lost money, but poor people are so afraid of losing that they never start. Rich people understand that failure inspires winners while it defeats losers. The difference isn't having fear, it's how you handle it. Second, cynicism. These are the people who say, "I don't want to fix toilets" when you mention real estate investing. They focus on problems instead of solutions. While cynics criticize, winners analyze and find opportunities everyone else misses. Third, laziness disguised as being busy. You know someone working 60 hours a week but too busy to learn about investing? That's not dedication, that's avoidance. They stay busy to avoid facing what they don't want to deal with. Fourth, bad habits, especially around money. Most people pay everyone else first. Bills, taxes, creditors, then pay themselves last with whatever's left over. Rich people pay themselves first, creating pressure to find additional income sources. This pressure forces them to think creatively and work harder. Fifth, arrogance. Thinking you know everything when you actually know nothing. The moment you think you don't need to learn anymore, you start losing money. Smart investors admit ignorance and seek experts in areas they don't understand. Here's what separates the wealthy from everyone else. They don't let these mental barriers control their financial decisions. They feel the fear but act anyway. They ignore the cynics and focus on opportunities. They make time for what matters instead of staying busy with distractions. They develop habits that serve their wealth, not their comfort. And they stay humble enough to keep learning. Your financial education means nothing if your psychology is broke. Master your mind first, then master your money. Which of these 5 obstacles is holding you back? Comment below and let's break through these barriers together. Your biggest obstacle to wealth isn't lack of money. It's what's happening inside your head. The 5 mental barriers that keep financially literate people broke. First, fear of losing money. Everyone's afraid to lose, but here's the difference. Poor people let fear paralyze them into safe investments that never build real wealth. Rich people use fear as fuel. They know losing is part of learning. Remember, if you've never lost money investing, you've never actually invested. Second, cynicism and doubt. While others say the sky is falling, successful investors see opportunity. When everyone's too scared to act, that's exactly when fortunes are made. Third, laziness disguised as being too busy. Instead of saying, I can't afford it, ask, how can I afford it? This simple shift forces your brain to find solutions instead of excuses. Fourth, bad habits around money. Most people pay everyone else first, then themselves last. Flip this script. Pay yourself first even when bills are screaming. This creates productive pressure that forces you to find new income sources. Fifth, arrogance that blocks learning. The moment you think you know everything, you stop growing. Smart investors stay humble and keep learning from experts. But here's the real secret to getting started. Find a reason bigger than your excuses. Your why must be stronger than the obstacles ahead. Make daily choices that align with wealth building. Every dollar you spend is a vote for your future. Rich, poor, or middle class. Choose your friends carefully. You become who you spend time with. Master one wealth formula, then learn another. Pay yourself first with iron discipline. Use assets to buy luxuries, never debt. Find heroes who make wealth building look easy. And always teach what you want to learn. Remember, there's gold everywhere. Most people just aren't trained to see it. The difference between rich and poor isn't intelligence or luck. It's how you handle fear, make choices, and manage your mind. Your financial genius is sleeping. It's time to wake it up. Start today, start small, but start.